talks about when you go to Genesis, within the first, don't quote me on the verse, it's Genesis 1 though. Within the first couple verses, it speaks about the vegetation of the earth being made on a specific date. But then the sun was made the day a couple days after that. So I don't think it would be logical that the creator of everything would make vegetarian and then the sun the next day.
Okay, so I already know what you're going into. What you got to understand is when you're reading Genesis, who wrote Genesis?
No one knows. Well, honestly, how we should.
Everybody.
They attribute it to Moses, but that doesn't date back.
Okay, here's the thing that a lot of us don't understand. Yeah, you wrote it, bro. Yeah. Here's the thing a lot of us don't understand. Moses was shown the creation of time, right? Remember, he wasn't around, so he's writing it as he's seeing the things that happen. And there's like Genesis 1, 2, 3. Those books are deep books. There's a lot of mysteries in those books. There's times where he's making a generalization, and then there's times where he goes in depth. So there's no contradiction. He says on the first day, God created this and this, and then in chapter 2 he'll go in detail about the creation. Right.
Yeah, understood. And so when it goes to break about the detail, and the brother can, I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about here or not, but when it goes to speaking about when the vegetation was made, that's the detail part. And then from my understanding, the vegetation was the sun, but the sun was made.
Who told you that? Who told you that? That's a creation.
Understood, but it's the way that he created it, like photosynthesis and all that stuff repeated. That's how he created it. When God is establishing something, he don't need nothing for, like when he created man, did he need a man and a woman, or he just created man? But now when it comes to repopulating, you can't just do it how God did it. You need a man and a woman.
Right.
So same way, when he created animals, he made the creation, and then he set the law of how they replenish.
Okay, that's a logical point of view, and I can understand how you can come to that conclusion. Let's just say for the sake of argument, I agree with that. It is a valid response. I'm not disagreeing. I don't disagree that at all. That to the side, if you was to continue to look, so y'all vehemently hold the understanding that the Bible isn't corrupted. So if I was to go to, it's all throughout the Bible, respectfully to y'all book. I mean, no disrespect, obviously.
Let me show. Go to 1 Timothy 4.
But if we was to,
I think it's verse 1.
But if we was to, let's say for example, let's just stay with Moses for a second.
Okay.
Him being shown these things, I don't disagree with. I feel like it was a prophet named Moses that did great things. Like I told your brother, I agree with some of the things that are generally mentioned in the Bible.
Okay.
When you go to speak about the preservation of it, that's when I go to questioning things, because there are things that I disagree with, and I can't attribute it to whom they said that writers, because the writers are anonymous. So for example, when you go to the Gospels, which I don't know if you all believe in the Gospels.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so if you was to go to the Gospels, you have what they call, if you was to look into the NRV version, the revised
we don't follow that. I can't answer to that.
Yes,
we only read the King James version.
Perfect. But in the King James one, if you look at the adulterous woman, the story of the adulterous woman, in the newer Bibles, not the King James version, they said that they can't find those in the old manuscript. So they said that it's if you look
they can't find what?
That story of the adulterous woman in the old manuscript, it doesn't exist.
Okay,
so what I'm saying is, from the oldest manuscript,
it's in here though.
Yes, sir.
Let me read something. Is that verse 1? Doctrines of devils.
It was in the.
Is it? Go ahead. Well, listen to this one.
1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 1. The Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter time some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seduction spirit, in doctrine of devils.
So here's the thing. A lot of these things that's on the earth, all these different doctrines, they're doctrines of devils, and most of it stems from Christians, people that use this book to hide the fact who the Israelites are, because all these things you're saying, it don't negate whatever misnomer it don't negate the fact that you still don't know who you are. You still in captivity. And
Bring
you're
it
still
out.
in sin.
Bring it up.
The thing about this Bible, go to in Psalms about the law.
If we can, again, so you don't. I'm sorry, sir.
I'm gonna read something right quick. Go ahead, make your point.
Yes,
Go ahead.
So my whole thing is, sir, textual criticism, scholars, people like study, textual criticism.
Okay, so
People, they study because obviously you know that whoever you want to mention in the Bible didn't speak English, so it was written in the language prior to that. So the oldest manuscripts that we have, from my understanding of the New Testament, is in Koine Greek, right? And then in the oldest that we have in the Old Testament is thousands of years after Moses, and that is in Hebrew. What I'm saying is we have nothing dated back to Moses to say that, and I'm not saying that the Ten Commandments aren't a thing. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is we don't have anything definitively saying that this is what was presented to Moses, because it was thousands of years from Moses. Oldest thing we have with the Old Testament is what they consider the Dead Sea Scrolls. I don't know if y'all study the Dead Sea Scrolls as a religious book, but that's the oldest thing we have from the Old Testament, and that's not even the Old Testament.
yeah, that's it. So okay.
So my whole thing is, sir, like the preservation of it is really no question as far as to.
So
we don't know who wrote the Bible.
So wait, I understand. With you saying that, so what do we do with this book now? We just throw it away?
No, sir. So that was the question I was getting. So I mean, I don't really want to jump. I want to try to do stuff. Like I don't know if you concede to the fact that it's not preserved, and obviously you don't. So
I do. I believe this.
It is preserved.
This what we have here is pure.
With no contradiction. So if someone was to say, if in the Bible it says that I died hanging myself, and then another one said I died off of I fell head first, that would be a contradiction, correct? Because I could die either hanging myself or I fell head first. Both of those things didn't happen. Correct?
Okay, so what's the point?
So what I'm saying is the Bible has these two stories, so both of them can't be true.
Okay, all right.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And
But did the man die at the end?
Yes.
He's dead?
Yes.
Okay, so he's dead.
Yes.
Both account he's dead.
Both accounts he is dead.
So what's the point?
The point is that both of them is not true, sir. That's what I'm saying.
But is he dead?
Yeah, but that's not the point. How did he die?
So is he dead? Is he dead?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so he's dead.
How did he die? So if I say that I walked this way, and you say you walked that way, however it went, we ended up downtown. I took the long way, you took the short way.
All right.
We stayed up downtown.
So we're downtown.
But
all right, watch this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Psalm chapter 19 and verse 11.
To the point you're making, right? To the point you're making.
Contradictions.
Not contradictions, but
That's what it is.
I got you.
okay, let's go with that, right? You're saying, to your point, there's contradictions in the Bible about certain things that may happen, that may have happened, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
The book of Psalms chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
Now, when it comes to the laws that's in the Bible, can we find contradictions like that?
No.
So that's what we're about. That's what. Okay.
As far as the laws that Moses had followed, as far as like being circumcised, etc.
All the laws. What Moses brought out, what other prophets brought out. Are there any contradictions?
And as far as the law, no.
So that's what we're focused about.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying about there may be things that were told differently.
That changes things.
At the end of the day, how does it change the law? How does it change the law?
This is the thing. So it's 2 points.
Hold on.
This is my answer.
You're not answering my answer. How does it change the law?
I'm gonna tell you. That's why I said this is my answer. It changes it because now I don't know if it's credible. Because to me, if anything comes from God, it has to be perfect. If anything comes from God, it has to be perfect.
Let's read what comes from God again. Let's read what comes from God.
You wouldn't agree?
Psalms chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure.
Now, how someone died? Did they hang? Did they get? Is that gonna change your soul? What changed your soul?
Again, sir.
What changed your soul?
Again, sir. You're missing my point.
You're missing the point I'm trying to get you to see.
Let me see if I'm.
Come on, let's read it again.
No, sir.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
So God's laws are perfect, right? You're not gonna find contradiction.
I'm not going to dispute.
I'm talking. Just listen. Go ahead.
Converting the soul.
God's law is the only thing that can convert your soul. It don't matter if there's contradictions.
Because you just said
You're not paying attention. Or are you listening? What's perfect? What's perfect? What's perfect?
Let me tell you what I hear. So I can see we on the same page.
Okay, go ahead.
What I think I hear, what you're saying is, hey, it might be some discrepancy. Well, initially you said there weren't no contradictions, but you say, hey, if there are, the core message is still the same. The core message is we follow the law. That's the core message. So as long as the law is going to be perfect.
That's not the core. He pointed out the core message was you not knowing who you are, but you're concerned about the discrepancies.
No, sir. This is my concern.
What's your nationality?
I don't know.
That's the problem. That is the problem.
Yes, sir. To me,
go to Deuteronomy 28:15. That's the problem. That's what we're focused on. Not knowing who we are. Because listen. Not knowing who we are, we remain in sin. And you knowing about all the discrepancies in the Bible don't change the fact that you're in sin and you don't know who you are.
Sir, this is what I'm trying to
do. You understand that?
Yes,
do you understand
I just disagree. I understand what you said. I just disagree, sir.
This is what I'm saying. What's your point about all the discrepancies in the Bible when you don't know your nationality?
That's the perfect question. My whole point, sir, is to me, if I'm going to follow something that comes from God, and I'm going to say this comes from God, it has to be perfect. Not only does it have to be perfect, just one second, not only should it be perfect, no discrepancies at all whatsoever, because God who created all of this is perfect. So if he's saying something, it has to be perfect. That's my first discrepancy with it. So being that I'm not going to teach my son out of a mathematics book that I know has errors in it. Nowhere in the world when you go to any type of field and it says this book is wrong, but it has something right in it.
Now, with what you're saying, you're making my point valid. There's no books that's written on this earth that don't have discrepancies.
No, that's not. No.
However,
I disagree with that.
Get out of here. That's why there's many revisions of books.
No, I disagree
because
with that,
there's errors in books.
I disagree with that.
However, for your example, with the math book, 1 plus 1 is not going to change. That's pretty much a law. But there might be discrepancies in that book. That's why there's revisions throughout the world of any book.
Nobody uses those.
But look,
they know it's flawed.
But look, they still use them books. That's why they make revisions.
And they gonna not go
use the
old ones no more. So
listen, go to Deuteronomy 28:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments,
not discrepancies. What we got to observe to do is the commandments.
That's right.
There's no flaw in the commandments.
Right.
Thou shalt not kill is thou shalt not kill.
Right.
Keep the Sabbath day holy is keep the Sabbath day holy. A day which is today you're violating. But you're arguing about discrepancies in the Bible. When Christ comes back to judge the earth, he's not judging the earth based on discrepancies in the Bible. He's judging us based on did we keep the laws.
Right.
And you're not going to go and tell them I didn't keep the laws because there were some discrepancies in the Bible.
Bring it out.
I just read to you in Psalms that the law is pure.
Right.
The law is right. You can't, there's no error in thou shalt not kill. Are you understanding that?
Yes, I do. I just disagree with the premise of using a corrupt book to find guidance. I disagree with that premise.
Okay, give me the corrupt things in the Bible.
Okay, for example, me personally, based on the knowledge I have done, I don't ever deem the creator of everything to be unjust. In any way, shape, or form, God deemed the creator of everything to be to unjust services.
Then you didn't read the Bible.
1 second, sir.
You didn't read the Bible.
No, I have. From the back 3 times, sir.
And you still don't know who you are.
Once I read that the Amalekites were all that he ordered the Amalekites to be killed, the women, the kids get
Amalek.
I apologize on the pronunciation.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Nah, I know what you're talking about.
Yes,
go ahead.
When in the Bible it says that it orders for everything to be killed, down to the trees to be cut down, to the animals to be killed,
everything that they own,
to the babies getting suckling, everything like that. To me, that is unjust, and the Creator would never do anything like that.
Okay,
Baby, hold on,
think about
respect.
hold on. Let's stop there. So we're talking about that point, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me give you an analogy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
I build 2 houses, right? And out of the blue one day, I smashed one of those houses. What's it to you?
What's it to me that you smashed the house?
Yeah.
Was it somebody staying in that house?
Nah. I mean, yeah, there's people. There's nobody in there right now, right? But I'm the creator of those 2 houses, and one day I just smashed one. What's it to you?
You smashed it for what reason?
What's it to you?
You smashed it for what?
Whatever reason I wanted to.
Then I would say that's unjust if you did it for an unjust reason.
Why? It's mine. I built it.
Are you
Did you partake in the blood, sweat, and tears that
Yes, sir. Let's just say I did.
So you see where I'm going, right? God create all things, and they have their purpose, and He destroys them when He wants to.
I don't think that
You're nobody to question what God do with His creation. Go ahead.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also, whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Listen.
As for the other people, which also come from Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
So those people that you're talking about, the Amalek, which today they call themselves Jewish, Israeli, those people that's committing atrocities on the earth,
Right.
that would have never happened if Saul would have wiped them out, like God told him to.
That's right.
Did you see the genocide that they just did to the Palestinians?
Right.
It's horrible.
Okay,
It breaks my heart.
so now you're saying God is unjust, but God said to kill those people, wipe them off the earth,
Right.
but now they're committing atrocities on the
Right.
earth.
Right.
They're committing genocide on the earth. You're questioning God, but
Sir,
you're not paying attention.
I never said God
Are you
was
paying
unjust.
attention?
I don't
Did you
believe that
not
God
just say God was unjust?
No, sir. That's
For
sir,
telling Saul to wipe out
I
the
said I
Amalekites?
was never. I don't believe that God said do that.
You don't.
I don't believe that God would ever kill a 2-month-old baby who did nothing wrong. I don't believe that God would tell
You don't read this Bible then.
Sir, I don't believe that that's the word
You don't
of God.
read this
That's what I'm
Bible.
trying to show you. I don't believe
I'm
that's the word of
showing you don't read the Bible. Let me finish Ezra's.
God. 1 second.
Go ahead.
Who wrote it?
Hold
Who
on.
wrote that?
We'll get that too. Go ahead.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing,
God said those people are nothing.
Okay, perfect. Who said?
but be like unto spittle.
Read where it said it. Read it again.
What book is that?
Who said?
As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said, thou hast said
God has said
Understood.
that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle.
Here's what I keep telling you. Ezra.
E-Z-R-A?
Same thing as E-S-D-R-A-S. Same guy.
And that person wrote that and you have
He had. It's documented in the Bible, our history book. Listen. I'm giving you the history.
That's circular reason. You can't use the Bible to
No. That's
the definition.
That's
of
the
circular
problem with you in the understanding of the Bible. Give me that in Isaiah.
Circular reasoning.
No,
Literally.
the Bible say to explain the Bible with the Bible. There's no other book. You can't match this book.
You can explain it that way, sir.
You're not listening.
Sir.
Listen to me.
Sir,
You explain this book with itself.
you can't prove it with itself,
Go ahead.
and it has
Isaiah
contradictions, bro.
28. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
So for you to understand this book, you have to get the basics. And you have to be applying the laws that's in the Bible. Go ahead.
For precept must be upon precept.
You find a precept in the Bible, you can match it with another precept in the Bible. No other book. Go ahead.
Precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little.
Here a little in the Old Testament, there a little in the New Testament. Go ahead.
For with stammering lips
and another tongue will he speak to his people.
So in different languages, that's why this Bible is translated in different languages. Because we was going to be scattered through slavery, and we was going to speak different languages. So God speak with us in different languages. Now get Psalm 68, verse 11.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.